now, and this is One News Now. Defense Secretary Lorenzana revealed that China attempted to oppose moves between the Philippines and the United States in reviewing the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty. In an online forum, Lorenzana said a former Chinese ambassador told him to leave the treaty as is. Recall that Manila and Washington are looking to revisit the 70-year-old pact due to some changes on the security front.
But one thing is clear, the Chinese, having embedded themselves with the artificial islands, are not in a hurry for any resolution that is not in its favor.
But for political analyst Jay Bakal, amending this agreement is unnecessary and impractical. He says coming up with operational guidelines in order to apply broad provisions is more important.
When you read through the MDT, it's already very broadly worded that it can actually encompass so many things. No? I am really concerned that neither side will be able to muster the appropriate numbers for another treaty, given the recent history of rocky relationship between the two sides. No?
Socio-Economic Planning Secretary Carl Kendrick Chua says the country's economy is starting to recover. In today's palace briefing, Chua said the sustainability of the country's economic recovery hinges on the government's COVID-19 response. He also said the current granular lockdown system in Metro Manila appears to be working. Chua also said the long-term cost of COVID-19 and imposed lockdowns is estimated at some 41.4 trillion pesos.
Kikita po natin na starting October, mas may opportunity po tayo na ibaba pa further ang ating quarantine classification. So yan ang kailangan natin gawin alongside yung vaccination natin para mas mapabilis yung pagbukas natin ng ating ekonomiya.
Parents and guardians of minors with comorbidities have started enlisting their kids for vaccinations. However, the health department says that inoculations of the 12 to 17 age group will still be dependent on supply. Greg Gregorio with the full report.
Karen has just recently recovered from COVID-19. She and son Miggy got infected and battled the infection for about 3 weeks. But since Karen was already fully vaccinated since July, she worried less about her condition.
I actually was more worried about him more than myself. So we had to pump up on a lot of vitamin C, more on fruits, and a lot of rest.
Miggy is 15 years of age, and his age group is not yet part of the government's vaccine rollout. That's why for Karen, it's good news that the health department is now targeting to pilot the pediatric vaccination of minors with comorbidities aged 12 to 17 starting October 15. Karen has been trying to have Miggy registered for vaccination in Antipolo City, especially since he also has an underlying condition.
We're checking it every now and then. Yeah, that's how I am that's why I'm very hopeful that, soon this kids would be allowed to have that vaccine as well.
Meanwhile, in the municipality of Pateros, registration for the adolescent population has been running for 3 weeks now, and about 2,500 or 25% out of their target population are already registered.
Masakali ito ang maging susi para na masimulan din natin yung face-to-face classes ng mga bata, di ba?
According to the health department, official guidelines for the vaccination of 12 to 17-year-olds are still being finalized and may be released next week. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere also clarified that this rollout still depends on the availability of vaccine supply. Only COVID-19 vaccines from Pfizer and Moderna have an emergency use authorization for the inoculation of 12 to 17-year-old age group.
Kailangan may medical clearance po ang ating mga children na may comorbidities either from their attending physicians or their specialists, o kung wala po silang access sa ganitong clearance, maaari naman po yung doktor natin doon sa kanilang local area, pero magbibigay po tayo ng checklist.
Vaccine czar Carlito Galvez Jr. said that out of 30 million doses arriving in October, more than 15 million are Pfizer vaccines, while 5 to 7 million are Moderna shots. This will initially be rolled out in 5 hospitals, including National Children's Hospital, Philippine Heart Center, and Philippine General Hospital. For News 5, Greg Gregorio, we are One News.
Fans of pop star Britney Spears shed tears in celebration after a judge in Los Angeles suspended the singer's father as her conservator. The singer had been demanding her father's removal as conservator for months, citing continued extortion and manipulation. He will temporarily be replaced by accountant John Zabel. Britney's father, Jamie, had been in charge of her business affairs since 2008 after her public mental breakdown. Here's a quick look at today's other top stories. The government's total debt has ballooned to 11.64 trillion pesos by the end of August of 2021. The country's borrowings also rose by 32 billion pesos as a result of increased domestic debt. The debt stock is expected to hit 11.73 trillion by the end of the year. Security preparations have been conducted over at the CCP complex in Pasay City ahead of the filing of COCs or certificates of candidacy starting tomorrow. The filing of COCs for national positions will be held at the Sofitel Hotel starting Friday. Miss Universe Philippines Grand Coronation will be tonight in Panglao, Bohol. 28 candidates will be vying for the Miss Universe Philippines crown, including 2 new titles. The event will have a limited live audience of 100 people, all of whom must be fully vaccinated and tested negative for COVID-19. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.